Hey guys, let's take a look at what happened this week and see if we can't make some sense out of it, maybe make some predictions for this upcoming week. So the big news, obviously, GameStop, AMC, and now we're starting to hear some chatter about silver. So let's take a look and see if we can't figure out what's going on. So we have GameStop at the top here. Obviously, the biggest news of the week is what's going on with GameStop. So GameStop started the week off in the low 60s, peaked at 513, and it's currently sitting in the low 300s. So it essentially went up, eightfold over the week. It literally went up 12-fold over a 7-day period. If you look back at last Thursday, since it peaked on this Thursday, it actually went up 12 times. Same thing with AMC. It actually went up 12 times over the course of its 7-day trading period as well. But either way, let's look at a few things. First off, volume. Notice the volume is extremely high at the beginning of the week and starts to come down a little bit. By Friday, it's really kind of boring. There's not a whole lot of volume going on. Same thing with AMC. It doesn't start picking up until Tuesday. Wednesday, it's really high. A little bit lower on Thursday, and Friday is kind of actually a little bit higher than Thursday, but not by much. It's kind of, but it's still lower than the peak day. Now, so what happens with GameStop is the general public had an entire weekend to think about what happened with GameStop the week before, and the news came out, something called a short squeeze and a gamma squeeze, and all these new terms that a lot of the population never heard of, and they thought, oh, this is their get-rich-quick scheme, ready to go here. Don't get me wrong, this made a lot of people rich, and it also is going to bankrupt a lot of people. So here we are, Monday comes along, we have our first little squeeze up, pretty big squeeze here, another squeeze. Look at this, is a really nice squeeze. On this day we have a pretty big squeeze, and then something happens here. We get a news catalyst that Robinhood has suspended purchases of this particular stock. Now, the buying power of Robinhood is nothing compared to the rest of the platforms. Robinhood is considered almost like a lower class platform. It's very new trader friendly. It's very simple. It's an app. It appeals to a lot of younger audience. But bottom line is the amount of money being traded on Robinhood is nothing compared to the amount of money being traded everywhere else. And so you see this big drop, which actually occurs pre-market. So it had nothing to do with Robinhood traders actually doing anything because they couldn't do anything. They can't do anything until open market. Now this big rise again, they were prohibited from buying it. So it had nothing to do with them as well. This big drop could have had something to do with them because they were allowed to sell it. But the fact that they were able, these other people were moving it, chances are they weren't doing a whole lot. In fact, they were extremely mad. All of them were saying they're going to hold it for dear life, whatever, yada yada. It's above my pay grade, and I'm just here to make money. It is what it is. So right here, you'll notice where the sell-off begins, something interesting happens with silver. Almost the exact same time period. At 7:30, there's a spike in silver. And go figure, that's when the sell-off starts. So people are moving money into silver. A very, very similar time period. So there's some sort of coincidence going on there, if you ask me. Now, so these people take their profits from the peak. From the peak, they're taking mad profits, and they're dumping it elsewhere, quite possibly silver. Silver's market cap is way higher than GameStop, so it takes a lot more to move it, a lot more money to move it. So you'll notice that people are like, oh, the squeeze isn't over. Well, these are all squeezes, guys. We squeezed the crap out of them. In fact, probably Monday is when they started getting out. They're playing the game with us. You think they're stupid? They're in here playing both sides of it. They're hedging their bets. So they're probably buying calls. They're probably buying stock and all these drops. And over here, by this point, they have the power. And so they're like, hey, let's just cause it to tank now. So we'll freaking sell. Boom, sell. Other people freak out and sell. It oversold too fast. So on market open, we have a dead cat bounce. It does not make a new high. In fact, we have the biggest sell-off yet, where it goes from almost 500 to the low 100s. That is insane. That's a ton of money that just got wiped out. In fact, from 513 to 312, almost $18 billion was removed from GameStop's market cap. That money was removed entirely and probably will never come back. Those people took their profits and they're off to the next thing, which very well might be silver. We have no way to knowing, and we're about to find out this week. A lot of people are hating it and loving it at the same time. It's a new trending thing on Twitter. People are talking about it everywhere, and there's people on both sides of it like, this is a distraction, yada, yada, yada. I'm in it to make money. If people are going there and they're buying it, why not? Just join the crowd and play the smart money move and sell before everyone else. That's the name of the game. You got to sell before everyone else sells, or you're stuck with the bags. So anyone that sold out before this peak, they're in the clear. Maybe it's going to go higher and they lost out on potential gains, but either way, they took profit and they lived to trade another day. If it continues to go down, then anyone that didn't take their profit and is now at a loss, well, you don't live to trade another day because you lost your money. Same thing with AMC. Peaked on Wednesday, 25.8, currently at 13, almost lost 15%. The market cap was huge. Hundreds of billions of dollars have been removed from AMC. This company was able to issue shares. I believe it was this day they issued shares. They sold them for an average of $13.50. So yeah, it must have been on Wednesday. $600 million in shares they issued. They wiped out their debt from post-COVID. They did not touch their pre-COVID debt. This was a failing company. They have $6 billion in debt. They wiped out $600 million in debt. That's nothing compared to their outstanding debt. Now they have enough money to make it through the summer. So we'll see if they even last. We'll see. They have enough money to make it through the summer currently, but no longer. So we'll see. Same thing with them. Dump, dump, squeeze, squeeze, possibly squeeze. This is probably a squeeze for the cover of the shorts that initiated right here, thinking it was going to go further, when in fact it didn't. So they just covered their shorts, and that's what shot it back up. Either way, same thing with AMC. It's lost so much momentum. It's just stagnant on Friday. Everyone's thinking about it over the weekend. People are arguing whether it's going to go up or down. That's a huge deal. If people are arguing about it, people are out of it. On the beginning of the week, no one was saying GameStop's going to go down. Everyone was like, GameStop, GameStop, GameStop. Different story this week. People are like, oh no, short GameStop, buy puts, buy calls. It's going up, it's going down. There's an argument going on. When that occurs, one side wins. And if the normal money comes in, then it's not going to happen. And FOMO is never good. I don't know of any instance where FOMO is good. So do not fear out missing out, because you already missed out. Game's over, man. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your price predictions. I'm putting GameStop at under 100 by Friday. I'm putting silver over. You gotta be a little bit more realistic with silver because it's got such a large market cap. I'd say maybe it might hit 35. One thing that's kind of interesting about silver, so it stopped trading on Friday. You can still buy silver on eBay. You can buy physical silver. There's also a cryptocurrency that mirrors silver. It went up to $36 today. So they're still tracking it theoretically over the weekend. eBay's putting it at like 40 bucks almost. So I'm curious what silver is going to open up on Monday, and I might buy a call on it depending on how high it opens. I'm going to wait for it to calm down, because if it has an overreaction, then it might not be worth it. We'll see.